Hey guys, my name is Ethan, this is Carberra, and welcome to something that probably looks a bit different. This is the latest announcement video or update video. This is about the channel announcements or the latest channel announcements. Obviously there is some more obvious stuff and some less obvious stuff, but I'm going to be covering all the changes in this one video so I can just redirect people to here if I need to. I am premiering live on YouTube right now, so if you're in the chat, hi! You can ask me anything you want and I'll be in the chat as well so I can get back to you. But obviously if you're watching this on demand later, then you'll still be able to get all the information. It's the same video. But if you have any questions, you could just ask in the comments or even in the Discord server if that's easier for you. But yeah, I just thought that would be a cool thing. If nothing else, to find out if the YouTube premiering system still works. So the first thing I want to talk about is probably the most obvious thing. My face is now on camera. This isn't the first time my face has been on camera. I put it on camera for a 1000 subscriber video as well. However, you are going to be seeing a lot more of it now. This is kind of my compromise between people wanting to see my face more and not having the code obscured. It was a very polarizing thing having a face cam in the videos, and I've seen channels do this exact same setup before where they talk to a camera before the actual video explaining what the video is going to be, and then actually doing the code just with the code on the screen and with no face cam at all, and I personally think it works really well. So I think it's going to work well for this channel. I do have this lighting. I bought it specifically for this setup. The setup was going to be a bit different, but I kind of decided on this one. It looks pretty good, even though I am currently leaning over the desk. I'll probably tinker with the lighting at some point. I understand it's not the best, but it's the best I've got at the moment. This should make everyone who wanted to see my face more happy. I should also say before I forget that I am going to be putting my face on streams, so I'm going to be having face cam streams. But that just won't extend into the actual videos outside of the introduction, obviously. The next change is probably one of the more minor ones, or perhaps one of the more subtle ones, but it's one that I think is going to make my life a lot easier, and I think it's probably the better way to do it out of the the available ways. And this is regarding the way that series are formatted. So historically, across all my series so far, it's just been a straight run of videos from start to end, and then you have the request segment in the end, but examples are in the middle, so you kind of learn the concepts and then you do the examples maybe in the next video or something. And this works to an extent. It works on smaller series just fine, but when it gets to bigger series like the main Discord.py series, it can become somewhat difficult to work with. And so I've devised a new system that hopefully will make that a little bit easier, and will actually make it easier for me to handle requests as well, because I know I haven't been amazing at fulfilling those, and I am really sorry about that. I hope to kind of improve that as time goes on, but this should help with that. So the idea I have in mind is to do all the tutorial episodes as numbered episodes as before. So say with the pillow series, for example, the first episode is loading and saving images, the second is scaling, rotating, and it goes on across all the different videos. And all the different concepts are covered in a specific video. And then at the end, there is this segment called case studies, which is basically just in-depth examples using everything we learned previously. So for example, one of the ones on there is to create a welcome card for a Discord bot. And that will be covered there. So it ensures that everything is taught before doing these detailed examples, and it also makes it easier for me to put things in the right order and to make sure that everything is just kind of ordered correctly in general. And it also makes requests easier to handle, because I could just stick it on there, and if there's any extra concepts I need to talk about, I could just put it in the numbered videos to say number 8 if I would need to, because the pillow series is going to be 7 episodes long. So I think that's going to make it easier for me, and I also think it's going to make the tutorials easier to follow and a bit more, I don't know, just kind of flow a bit better. The pillow series, as I said, is going to be the first one to have this, but I hope to bring it to all the upcoming series as well. So do let me know if there's anything I could change about that structure as the pillow series kind of goes on. I've already alluded to one change to streaming, but I have another for you as well, and it's another good change, because the stream timetable is changing. I don't necessarily want to say that everything is exactly solid right now, but the one thing I can guarantee is that there will be 2 streams per week on the tutorials channel. Currently, the Thursday at 2 PM slot is being kept because, might as well. And I'm also adding a Tuesday at 5 PM slot. I doubt that one's going to move. The Thursday one might. If it does, I'll let you know. but I could probably finagle it in such a way that it doesn't have to move. But this basically just allows me to have more stream time. Instead of extending what should be a 3-hour stream into a 5-hour stream and making everyone bored and making myself very tired, what I can do is I can split it out across 2 streams, and then I'm not spending a huge amount of time on one thing. And also, it makes the streams more accessible, having them at different times and different days. It just means that a different audience could join in as well. And if I'm opening to changing the timetable in the future if different days work better. I've just kind of gone around what's based for me versus what's good for other people. I got the information from the feedback survey, of course. And typically speaking, like pretty much every day was more or less the same in terms of the actual times that people could do. So morning hours were worse, evening hours were better, which is why I've kind of put both in the evening. That works better for me as well, so I was really thankful like it turned out that way. Yeah, it also allows me to have a far greater chance of hitting Twitch affiliate, because the number of streams is the only thing that's stopping me from doing it right now. And if I could just segment streams into 2 alongside all the other benefits, I could potentially get that and then see where we go. But that's not really the real reason that I'm doing the timetabling. It's just a nice little bonus on top of everything else. So the next thing I want to talk about is a new gaming channel. This may seem a little bit left field, but a little known fact about me is that I actually used to run a gaming channel before I ran Carberra. I ran a channel called Superboo until about February 2020. I haven't actually updated it since then, but I'd been running that since the June of 2012. So I've been on YouTube for a long time. I did have a bit of a head start when it came to Carberra. But to be completely honest, as much as I love Carberra, and I do love doing Carberra, it's been really cool. The community expansion's been amazing, and it's actually kind of been a bit overwhelming at times. But I really miss doing gaming content, and I don't know, I just feel like going back to it. It's not something I'm going to be taking ultra seriously. Obviously the Carberra tutorials channel is far more important than the Carberra gaming one, and that's where I'm going to put in my serious time per se. But to be honest, I'm just doing the gaming channel to have a bit of fun, you know. I miss streaming games, I miss playing games on videos and stuff, and I don't know how many videos I will do. It will mainly be gaming streams. At the moment, their timetable for Saturdays at 8 PM. I do have one planned tomorrow. It's actually going to be a collab stream for the first stream I do, so that's kind of exciting. And that'll be on Twitch only, and then the YouTube channel will have re-uploads of stuff and maybe stream highlights if people want to put those together. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'll probably put some together, but if people want to volunteer, put some stream highlights together, then do let me know. And we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, it's just mainly a casual screw around, really. I'm not going to really take it too seriously, as I say. Just going to have a bit of fun with the community that I built up playing games, because I know from the Superboo streams, when I used to do Superboo streams while Carberra was a thing, for the very short amount of time I did that, I did actually get a decent amount of the Carberra audience into the gaming streams, and that was when the Carberra audience had like less subscribers, although a more active community, interestingly enough. So yeah, I think it would just be really fun to go back to it, maybe once a week scheduled, and then if I feel like doing it other times during the week, then I will. But we're just going to see how that one goes, really. And that's kind of the last of the major changes. There are a few other minor ones, so a few changes to how the Discord works, but I've already made an announcement about that in the actual server itself. Visuals are another one, so as you can see on the computer, I have the color gradient between purple and blue for the tutorials channel up. It's not the best lighting, I know, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? I'm still not used to this whole face cam thing, so this will improve as time goes on. But the whole idea of the brand was to essentially come up with almost like a style, or sort of like a set of ideas that can be built on. So for example, the color range, the shapes, a lot of it is squares and rectangles. The fonts, you know, I use a font called Rave Party, which is very appropriate for the current time, and Fear of Sans for most of the stuff. It's not gonna stay entirely settled, I don't think. I reckon I'll like kind of make a few minor changes as time goes on. I know a few people have expressed feedback over the logo. I mean, I generally quite like it, but a few of the points in there were valid, so I'll have a little bit look into that, probably after the Pillow series is done. and see if there's anything that I could improve there. But yeah, I generally quite like the visual theme. I think it's really cool. I've always liked blue and purple as a gradient. I think all the fonts and stuff are really cool, and I really like the thumbnails, the serious thumbnails especially. I'm really proud of the stream intro and stuff as well, and like the video intros and all that. I'm pretty happy with the whole thing. Let me know what you think about the whole brand kind of as time goes on. Obviously it's going to take a few days, maybe a week, for kind of every element of it to permeate out into videos and streams and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all the changes that I had or have planned anyway. There may be some small things in the future. I'll keep you updated if anything does change, but that'll mainly just be the sort of stuff that I normally change anyway. For those of you in the premiere, I will be sticking around a little longer to answer the remaining questions. There probably will be a few, although with any luck there won't be, in which case I kind of explained everything I needed to properly. Which would be a first, to be honest. But yeah, if you're liking the content that you're watching so far, then consider hitting the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And consider hitting the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on future uploads. If you're looking to give that little bit of extra support, I also have a Patreon page, but you can find all of that stuff down in the description below, including the Discord server that I alluded to earlier. There's just a lot of it. I haven't really added anything new, but there's always just so much of it, so all the links to everything are just in the description. It's probably just easier to put it like that. But yeah, I will see you next time for the next video, which will probably be the survey feedback video, or the pillow series part 1. It kind of depends how quickly I get that survey video back done, or survey feedback done. But yeah, I will see you for that.